Welcome back. Here with us on Mirror Now. Let's get you the latest update as far as India's COVID condition is concerned. With an unprecedented spike in COVID cases across the country, the Cabinet Secretary held a meeting with top health ministry officials. Today, India has reported over 1 lakh new COVID cases and 302 deaths. For the first time, viewers, in 7 months, daily case count, in fact, has crossed 1 lakh mark in India. Maharashtra continues to be the worst affected state as far as the Omicron surge and the daily COVID surge that we are seeing is concerned, logging over 36,000 new COVID cases and 13 deaths in a single day. Mumbai, however, has reported a 33% hike in daily case count as it detected over 20,000 infections for 2 days in a row and 4 COVID deaths in the last 24 hours. Now, amid the rise in COVID cases in Maharashtra, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Uddhav Thackeray, and Prime Minister Modi will be holding a virtual meeting this evening. Maharashtra Chief Minister is likely to discuss the measures, for example, extending weekend curfew or to impose a lockdown with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Now, this is going to be important because the mayor of Mumbai a couple of days ago had said that if the case count in Mumbai crosses 20,000 mark, then a lockdown is something that the government might have to consider. So while the COVID infections continue to gallop across the states, rate of hospitalization has gone up as well. In Mumbai, it has increased from 500 patients to 1,200 patients per day. In Delhi, the hospitalization rate has also gone up significantly. Let's straight away go across to my colleague Neha joining us on the broadcast this evening to tell us how the story is currently in the state of Karnataka. Neha, good evening. I believe Karnataka government has made some changes to the weekend curfew order with the kind of spike that we are seeing in the cases?
Well, yes, Hina, let's tell you that initially there was an announcement that by, in fact, both the Chief Minister and the Health Minister of Karnataka that the weekend lockdown over here, the weekend curfew rather, that's being imposed would come into effect from 10 p.m. on Friday to 5 a.m. on Monday. However, when the written order was issued, the timing on that mentioned 8 p.m. on Friday, which was now clarified both by, in fact, the Bengaluru Police Commissioner as well as the Health Minister. And it remains that 10 p.m. on Friday till 5 a.m. on a Monday is going to be the weekend curfew that's been imposed over here in Karnataka. During this period, people will not be allowed to step out of their homes unnecessarily. The police commissioner earlier today reiterated that anyone stepping out without valid documents would be subject to a case being filed against them under the Disaster Management Act. And also, in fact, he even went on to say that they would not stop short of arresting people if they're found loitering around unnecessarily. Now, that apart, also, let's tell you that while we're seeing cases over here in Karnataka, hovering above, a little above 5,000, a primary contributor to this remains Bengaluru city, that's contributing more than 85% of the cases of the entire state, and which is why Bengaluru is also seeing the maximum restrictions being put in place right now. And we'll really have to wait and see as the case counts already crossed 4,000 now as to what more recommendations come in from the Technical Advisory Committee, as the positivity rate too is a concerning 7.5% right now. And let's also tell you that, while we are talking about cases having increased, it's important to remember that, this cannot be looked as a standalone figure, but also because testing has increased to an equal amount. For the past 10 days now, we've been seeing how testing too has been increased. And from 10 days ago to today, in fact, it's almost doubled is what we are picking up. So having said that, Hina, yes, while there are several concerns, like in Maharashtra, like in Delhi as well, Karnataka too, on the bordering districts has in fact taken a stringent measure of ensuring that everybody coming in from Maharashtra and particularly Goa as well would have to carry a negative RT-PCR certificate and get tested if they're traveling frequently between both the states. They would have to get tested every 2 weeks.
All right, appreciate you joining us with all of those details, Neha. We'll keep coming back to you for more on the big story from Karnataka. Let's now move on and tell our viewers the latest from the state of Maharashtra. And Sandeep Singh is joining us on the broadcast this evening. Sandeep, good evening. The case count is a cause of concern in Mumbai specifically. There's going to be an important meeting this evening between the Chief Minister and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. What are you picking up? What kind of indication have you got from the Chief Minister's office on the way forward for Maharashtra?
See, Hina, the matter of concern for state of Maharashtra is definitely rising numbers and the COVID spike across the state. Now, there is no official confirmation in regards of video conferencing of Chief Minister of Maharashtra and Prime Minister of Maharashtra. But yes, the Mumbai's Mayor Kishori Pednekar, speaking to reporters, informed that there is a meeting scheduled between Chief Minister and Prime Minister. Now, what are the issues that are likely to be discussed if any kind of such meeting is held? Now, we have got a new advisory over international travelers. So, Chief Minister of Maharashtra may demand some flights to be, banned to be boarded in Maharashtra. Apart from that, vaccination of 12 to 15 years of age. So, this will be something that Maharashtra Chief Minister will be asking Prime Minister to get it done. Apart from that, there is one more thing which Chief Minister of Maharashtra Uddhav Thackeray will be focusing on is restrictions, whether to put on lockdown in Maharashtra or not, or what could be the circumstances of the restrictions that will be placed in state of Maharashtra. Remember, there is no official decision taken over the
Right.
restriction in state of Maharashtra. There have been meetings since last 4 days, but there have been no official confirmation whether what kind of
Okay.
restrictions will be imposed in Maharashtra, whether the lockdown will be imposed in Maharashtra or not. But yes, every minister speaking to media is telling that we are not in a favor of lockdown, we won't stop people going into trains. But yes, we will make more and more strict restrictions so that we can, win over this COVID cases.
All right. Thank you very much for the moment for joining us with all of those details. Sandeep, we'll keep coming back to you for more on this big story. All eyes, of course, are going to be on that crucial meeting this evening, and that'll give us an understanding about what next for the state of Maharashtra and for Mumbai specifically. Let's now talk about the latest update from the state of Tamil Nadu. We have Mugilan joining us on the broadcast from Chennai this evening. Mugilan, good evening. How are the numbers looking like in Tamil Nadu right now, and what is it that the government has to say about the current level of restrictions? Are there plans to increase them further?
Definitely, yes. Over the few days, we are seeing a very sharp spike in the number of COVID cases, either it be the state or Chennai especially. So definitely, yes. Yesterday, we have seen the positivity of Tamil Nadu was 4.1%, but day before yesterday, it was only 2.6%. So and in Chennai, the positivity rate is now 9.6%. The day before it was only 7.3. So now the numbers are doubling every 3 days. What we could hear from the health department officials is that they are closely monitoring the situation and they are constantly reviewing the situation, is what we are hearing from the Chennai, Tamil Nadu Health Department. And it is not only Chennai, because when we speak about Chennai, the neighboring districts, either it be the Chengalpet, Tiruvallur or Kanjipuram, these districts also have started a sharp spike in number of cases. So at least in 8 districts, apart from these 4 districts, in other districts like Velur, Ranipet, Coimbatore, in 8 districts, the numbers have already started going up. So definitely, yes, now the health department is constantly holding meetings with the chief minister and apprising about the situation. But only yesterday, the new restrictions have come in place. Now we already know that there is a night curfew in Tamil Nadu, and this Sunday there will be total lockdown also. So now the Tamil Nadu state government closely monitoring the situation. And yes, on the infrastructure and also we are saying the government is augmenting the medical infrastructure in the hospitals and in the other places also to accommodate people. But yes, as of now, the current restrictions are in place. Now we have to wait and watch how the situation really turns up, because the health department says that they will be taking decision based on the caseload in the state, is what we are hearing. But as far as Chennai is concerned, what we are learning from our sources is that 15 IS officers will be appointed to look out the situation in 15 zones in Chennai, is what we are hearing.
Right.
So now micro-level strategies also is being planned by the health department
Okay.
to contain the spread in the state and especially in
All
Chennai.
right. Mugilan, thank you very much for the moment for joining us with all of those details from the state of Tamil Nadu. Let's now move on and talk about what's happening in the national capital. Diagnostic labs in Delhi are struggling to cope up with the surge in COVID testing. Times Network's Harsha caught up with one of the officials of the biggest chain here, Dr. Lal Pathlab, and in the national capital, where the official said that earlier the company was testing about 1,000 samples per day, this lab specifically, but now the number has gone up to about 9,000. Listen in.
What is the reality of testing centers, of the places where sample is being collected, sample is being tested, and the reports are being given, positive or negative? So we are here in Dr. Lal Pathlab Testing Center. This is the place and the entire systems equipment which you are seeing. These are called RT-PCR equipment. This is the place where the analysis of the sample is being done. This is called PCR. The PCR of the sample is being done here after the RNA which is done at the first floor. Here the PCR is being done, and the testing center are dealing with huge capacity problem. Initially, the testing center used to have 1,000 samples daily, and now they are dealing with 5 times more samples at the daily basis. We have along with us Dr. Richa. So Dr. Richa, if you talk about the current situation, the crisis, what is the situation?
The situation is not really good. We earlier used to process 1,000 samples in 24 hours. Now we are at 9,000 today. So with the existing staff and equipments, it is very difficult for us. We were processing the same number of samples with 35 staff. Today we are at 90. Thankfully, our staff is working in good condition today, but we are at high risk. We are dealing with all sorts of samples from every place. So it is very difficult for us to maintain the same thing for a longer time. So it's a request that we take this virus seriously, not just casually, that's the fever or cold, and just roam around.
One thing I really want to add, that in this Rohini, Dr. Lal Pathlab Testing Center, all the samples from all the Dr. Pathlab comes here only. The samples are being tested here only. The samples, the reports, positive or negative, is being given from this center as well. This is the place where receiving and sample processing is being done. Is there any sort of fear that what will happen? Because in the entire country, if more than 1 lakh cases have been reported in 24 hours, it can be the worst in Delhi in the coming few weeks.
The system might lapse. That's it, because it has really crossed its limits already. Now we cannot expect more. So there will be a time when the system lapses. Like last time, there were no shortage of bloods, oxygen concentrators and beds. This time it might be the diagnostic facility that will not be able to cope up.
Let's now move on and give you some information about the new rules that have been announced by Ministry of Health today, and this is very important for all international passengers coming into India. The government has revised the guidelines for international arrivals in view of the third wave. Now, all the international passengers who are coming to India from 11th of January will have to be under mandatory home quarantine for 7 days, and on 8th day they will have to get their RT-PCR test done. Now, let's tell you how it is different from what was the rule so far. As of now, the centre's guideline was that the people who are coming from countries at risk, there was a different rule for them, and the people who are coming from countries which are not at risk, there was random testing of 2% of the passengers that was happening. Now, the centre, with the spike in COVID and Omicron cases that we are seeing, centre has made it same for all international passengers. So if you test positive, if you're coming from anywhere in the world to India, if you test positive, then of course there are different set of rules that you'll have to follow. But if you test negative at the airport, then also mandatory 7-day quarantine is going to be there for all the international air travelers, and on 8th day you have to get your RT-PCR test. So these are the new rules that you need to keep in mind if you're planning to visit India from 11th of January onwards.